Well. Hello. How are you today? Thank you for tuning into the show. Really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to right now, huh? You working on something? You at work? Or are you leaving early? You in the car? Getting angry at other drivers who don't use their turn signal? Hey, I'm on your side. Wesam's on your side today. Guess who else is on your side? Michael Peña.
Am I?
Yeah, Michael, yes. Of course, they're our listener. Our one listener for the show. That's the way I'm doing the show from now on. We are literally doing it for one person, and that's you, the person listening on the other end right now. The listener. Whatever, Michael. Hey, special thanks to Guayaquil for keeping us refreshed, hydrated, and saving the Amazon rainforest, because guess what? We need that saving more than ever, so we appreciate you, Guayaquil. Also, Patreon. Boom. We have so many new supporters on there, and I want to say thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon for giving us a little extra every month, and we're giving you back a lot more. You get behind-the-scenes videos from our show and a book club of the month as well. Also, you ask me a question on there, and guess what? You not only get a response, but a video response. How does that sound, Michael?
Sounds excellent.
Yes, it is, sir. It is excellent. And if you have an Alexa, guess what? All you have to do is go, hey, Alexa, play Adobe Radio. Boom. Adobe Radio is playing without you having to touch anything. Are we in the future? Yes, we are. So excited. My guest today is someone very close to me. You've seen him on the show a couple times before. He's my brother, William Keesh. If you're a Patreon supporter, you can see the behind-the-scenes video, and I'm already angry at him. Already angry at my brother because he said something that made me blood red mad, and we're going to get right into it. So ladies and gentlemen, not ladies and gentlemen, you, the listener, please welcome William Keesh. This is it. Show's starting.
Hey, you got $1.
You got $1.
You got $1.
You got $1.
I can do that for
I could do that for way too long.
right?
And it hurts. You got $1.
Yeah.
Why are we have the same...
We're brothers.
Yeah.
That's what
We have the
happens.
same hand placement right now.
So October's coming up,
Yeah.
and I'm really excited. Michael, I forgot to tell you about this. We're getting on some ghost hunters,
Yeah.
and we're going to make it spooky.
Cool.
For the month of October. That's all that we're going to talk about. Scooby? Ooh. Scooby stuff. Spooky stuff. Whole month of October. So I was mentioning to William here, and like, we should do a Ouija board session here in the room.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh my
See?
God.
Thank you, Michael.
3 notes.
Yeah, 3 notes.
Are you guys freaking serious?
Listen, man, come on. You don't want to mess with that.
Come
don't
on.
mess with
What's
that.
the worst? Dude.
What's the worst that could happen?
Dude.
Do you want me to answer that?
Yes, go ahead.
You're inviting bad energy.
Bad energy. What do you mean bad energy? What does that mean?
It could mean a lot of things. I don't know exactly.
A demon? A
I
ghost?
don't know, man. I don't know. Do you know for sure?
No, that's why I want to do it. I want to see something crazy, dude.
So respect the space.
No,
respect the
we want to get it
energy.
on camera so we can get views and so I can make money, dude. That's all this is about.
I read a new feature script called True Haunting.
Yeah?
About this house in Chicago that was really, really haunted and tried to keep the family there in the house.
Okay.
Like the ghosts were real fucked up, and they tried to keep them in the house.
Whoa.
Okay. So you're saying if we do the Ouija board here,
We're never gonna leave.
we're never going to leave the studio.
Yeah.
Well,
Nah,
that would be
man.
cool.
You know, Daniel, one time, he brought a Ouija board into my car when I
Okay.
was in high school.
Okay.
And he pulled it out of his backpack, and
Yeah.
I literally pulled over
Oh,
on the side of
man.
the road, and
Oh,
I made him throw it out.
Dude, are you for real right now?
100%.
Dude, I
don't
don't
want-
believe anything's gonna happen. I kind of want something to happen.
I-
That's the thing, though. Like, come on, let's do
Why?
something. Come
No.
on, ghosts, come out of there. I want to come out like.
You say that, but I don't.
Dude, it would give you such an adrenaline rush.
Call it that, sure.
That's what it's about. Money and adrenaline. You seriously wouldn't do it with me?
I would not do it.
Peyton,
Under any circumstance.
would you do it?
Hell no.
Oh, come on. Michael?
No.
I would get possessed by like the devil himself or something like that.
That'd be great for views.
No, dude.
Yes. Michael, we need views. Michael, I looked at Michael. Shit. I looked at Peyton. Oh, the devil's like. This is insane. This podcast has started off insane.
Which ghost hunters do you like? Which show? I know you like.
I like them all. I like Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures.
I like a Haunting. I like what is it? Ghost Hunters International. Sometimes they get cringy, and I love it. When
Zach,
they get cringy.
that guy Zach
Zach Bagans.
Bagans.
I need to see. Here's the issue that I have with those ghost hunting shows. As much as I love them, fun fact: I actually go to sleep watching them every single night.
Psychopath.
Yes.
That helps me sleep. No joke.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So, I'm not calling these people liars because I don't know them. You know what I mean? But I know how easy it is to fake footage like that with those
For sure.
ghost hunting shows, especially nowadays with like editing and stuff. So how am I supposed to believe it's real? How can they make it more, I don't know, how can they prove to me that it's real and not just editing?
Bring it to you here in the studio with
Exactly,
a Ouija board.
exactly. I want to be the living proof of that. You know what I mean? I want them to come in here, invite me on their show, or we do it right here in the studio. Maybe the studio's haunted, guys. Maybe we.
I'll bring
We
Sage.
send them around. We could do like a.
Yeah,
All of them. Ooh.
we do EVPs.
No.
Are you that scared? That makes me angry that
I'm
you're
not
this scared.
I
about
just don't like inviting energy that doesn't need to be invited.
Oh my gosh, William!
Sue me.
I wish I could sue you right now.
Sue me over this.
I
I
wish
dare
I
you to
could sue-
try.
You'll get nothing.
I go to jail for some reason.
What? Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in energy. I don't know what I think you can get vibes from someone, let's
Yeah,
say.
that's for
or
sure.
a place. Whether it's true or not, you feel something.
Okay.
And I don't want to feel bad stuff.
Here's the thing. I don't believe it or not believe it. I just want to see it just to have a solid opinion about it. That's why I want to do a Ouija board. I want it to levitate, so be like, oh, whoa, holy shit, that's
And
a ghost.
What if nothing happens?
Then I'm like, well, from my experience, nothing's happening. Or if I do it again, I have to do it more than once.
I know, but that logic is flawed.
How is it flawed, sir?
You can't. Oh, it's what's the thing? It's like the whole. It's like the proof of God thing.
Yeah. Okay, so should I not even try it?
I recommend not to.
Why, though?
Why don't you? What's the opposite of a Ouija board?
I don't know. What's the opposite of a Ouija board? That's the weirdest question.
A nice smelling candle. How about that? Bring that inside, and there you go. You got good vibes.
No.
You got some incense.
I wanna see a ghost.
Bring some incense in.
I want to see some ghosts, like not even just an American ghost, one of those Japanese scary ghosts.
What would they be doing?
You know what they do? They just crawl around backwards, and they're like the rope is hanging, and they're
Why would
like,
they be at
yeah,
Adobe
we'll go.
Radio, though?
What?
Why would they be at Adobe Radio?
They wouldn't. I would have to go to Japan.
I want to watch a good scary movie that's new.
How about this? Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what's the scariest nationality of ghost? You know? Is it a Japanese, American, Chinese, Russian, British,
Canadian.
Canadian? What?
God.
Why do you? You need to speak into the mic. We need to get that mic working.
Always.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the least.
working.
I'll tell you.
working.
To talk into
Michael,
Kate,
or
every
Pey-
single time. Call me
damn
Michael
it.
one more time, Wesam.
You both are the same person to me.
I'll tell you the least scary.
What?
A vaudeville ghost. That would be funny, honestly. I think Family Guy or someone's done something
A
like
vaudeville
that.
ghost? Yeah. But what nationality of ghost would be the least and the most scary? That's a good question. This is a question I'm going to ask the ghost hunters.
I feel like Russian ghosts would be scary.
Could be.
Aggressive. I feel they would be super
And that's
aggressive.
what would be scary for me.
Okay.
Voodoo? Something voodoo related?
Yeah.
That's
Haitian ghost?
Yeah. Oh. There's like...
Be careful.
Okay, come on. You know what I mean. Like black magic, you know? Okay.
What? What'd you say?
Okay, you know, voodoo.
Wait, what did you just say?
Japanese is what I said.
Oh, that's not. We're not going to edit that out.
You know what I mean.
I don't know.
Let's talk about ghosts.
I want to know. I think the funnest ghost, the most fun ghost, is a Mexican ghost.
I think those are scary, actually. Like the.
Why are they scary?
Have you seen the
This is going
What's
into
that one
very,
the
very
paranormal-
bad territory.
I know. I
This is
love
new.
it.
Paranormal Activity? I think one of the newer ones.
Oh, the marked ones.
Yeah, that one was
Marked ones, that one was fucked
terrifying.
up.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. It was all right.
Latino ghost.
Dude, I wish somebody would comment and be like, they're so racist. They're talking about ghosts.
Never hear about
You know what I mean? Like,
never hear about Arabic ghosts. Do you?
that's very true.
That's weird.
We have jinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some like videos about like the Jinn cave or whatever.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is much more terrifying, I feel like.
It's a little scary.
Yeah. Uncontrollable.
I want to see the new It movie. Definitely want to see
yeah.
that.
We're trying to get Wyatt back on. Hopefully this coming week if we can. I talked to Brandy.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll see what happens.
Well, that would work out
Yeah.
really well.
What have you guys ever encountered a ghost or anything scary like that? Michael, go ahead. I'm totally kidding. Peyton,
Dude, I don't know if I classify it as ghost or spirit or whatever, but I shit you not,
Okay.
when I was 6 years old, it was like Christmas break. Me and my family, we went to Branson, Missouri to go to like Silver Dollar
Classic.
City, stuff like that. Classic trip for Oklahoma people.
Yeah.
And I wake up in the middle of the night and I see a figure standing in our hotel room that looks like my deceased grandpa. And I cannot move. And I'm just staring at him. I'm not afraid or anything, but like I do see him
Yeah.
standing there and I'm just kind of like, okay,
Wow.
dead grandpa there.
Do you think it might have been sleep paralysis?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Sounds like
Next
it.
sounded
morning.
Like sleep paralysis.
Yeah. Next morning. Sorry.
Next morning.
Go ahead.
Grandma was found dead.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm not laughing.
It's freaky.
I was not expecting that.
It's such a curveball.
Yeah.
That's why I'm laughing because it's a curveball. Oh,
That is. How long ago was this?
I was 6 years old, so of course my parents are like, I was like, I saw Grandpa yesterday, and they're like, oh.
The fact that you're really young too makes that.
Yeah, so I've held on to
Kids are
ghosts
creepy.
for a long time. I will go into like a place that's like spooky,
Yeah.
but that's, I don't know, Ouija boards are where I don't
but
do
why? Because we don't know who's moving.
Because
it.
I know something can appear in a place.
Have you?
And that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want something bad to appear.
Would you guys be around me while I'm using it?
Absolutely.
No.
Oh, he said absolutely. You are definitely being around me while that's happening. Oh, I'm blood red mad now. Michael?
I believe it only affects the user. That's
Does
my
it?
thing. That's my
Does
thing.
it?
Because I don't know. That's my logic that I'm going
Michael,
with.
imagine if something did happen.
No.
The experience that would translate. Hold on. The experience that would translate to you as a writer, what you could write about.
Not worth it.
It's you and me, man.
No, it's William too. Can't force Michael, but I can force William because he's my brother.
You can see from my perspective how it makes sense not to even want to invite any of that.
Nah. Just be
It
strong.
doesn't make sense.
Just be like strong enough to go like, if something
It's
does
not
come
about
out,
strength.
I'll be
It's
like,
about
no.
smart versus not smart. That's not smart.
Dude, demon comes out. You're not gonna elbow the demon in the face.
Okay, let's talk about
Double
best
leg
case,
takedown.
best case and worst case scenarios. Best case scenario, what happens?
Best case?
Yeah, best case.
Oh.
You use it and what happens? Nothing? That's best
Oh
case
no
for me.
no! Oh, that's the best case for you.
What's the best
out of
case?
your imagination?
Oh,
That's the best
out of
case?
a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The best case scenario, we do it, and this bright light comes out and goes, you have freed me. I am an angel in the Ouija board. People are scared to use me, but now I'm free. I grant you any wish you please. And it grants us a wish. That's the best case scenario.
Okay, worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. I am the devil of devils. I will destroy everything. And then it tries to destroy everything, and then God comes down and stops it.
Oh, easily. Not worth it.
No. No. This guy.
I think I won.
No, you
I
didn't.
think I won.
No, you didn't.
Not worth it.
Worst case scenario,
Not worth it.
we get an incurable disease.
Okay. Worth it.
Michael, are you still out?
What? No, I'm just reading these Ouija board stories.
Oh, great.
He's
Any
don't,
good ones?
Don't allow him. Don't let him.
No,
do it.
they're. See, I don't want to read stories. I want to experience it
That's
firsthand.
Worst case scenario.
You got $1.
Great callback, sir. William, one of the reasons I brought you on the show today was because we wanted to tease to our listener
Oh,
that you have your debut song coming out very soon.
Woo.
pretty
That-
soon.
That you wrote, produced, and what else?
Mixed.
Mixed, everything.
And I got help with the mastering. Shout out to Riley Taylor,
Don't know him? Part of the Siege?
part of the Siege. He's a great producer, a very talented friend of
Right.
mine.
They're going on tour soon, right? The Siege?
Next topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the process? Because I've been listening to you kind of mix this over the past few weeks.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a very tedious process.
Well, it's tedious for a couple of reasons. Main one being I'm still pretty new at it. I'm
Okay.
about a year into this whole producing game, if you will.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that goes into production in general. And so when you're trying to hone in on something musically and produce it, there's going to be a lot that goes into it, from the instruments, the hardware, the software, the type of computer you're using,
Right.
all that stuff. And so it's been very tedious in the sense of training my ear while at the same time learning how to use all this stuff. Mixing on different speakers, mixing in my car, headphones, comparing.
right. Because when you mix something, it sounds different if you're in your car versus if you're on really nice speakers versus if you listen to it like on your computer.
You'll be able to hear different things, like my Yamaha monitors that I have at home.
Mm-hmm.
They're very crisp and clear, and you can really kind of hear everything very clearly.
Yeah.
But when you're in the car, there are different speakers, obviously, and so you might get a lot more low end kind of coming through that might show some muddiness that didn't show in those speakers. Or let's say if you listen with AirPods or headphones,
Right.
what most people will listen on, that's going to sound a little bit different too. So just constantly comparing and tweaking.
Now, this being kind of your debut song that you worked primarily solo for your solo
Correct, yeah.
artist self.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it a little bit beforehand, but the overthinking process that happens, like, oh, I should change this, or
Yeah.
should I tweak this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this?
Yeah.
What are you doing to stop that? Or how are you dealing with it?
It's more how to deal with it. I was talking with Daniel about it actually, and he gave me some really good advice about it.
Daniel Keesh, our brother.
Daniel, our brother.
youngest brother.
He's in dental school right now.
Right.
And he was working on a tooth, and they were working on carving something. He said he'd been working on it for hours. And he was listening to the student next to him that the professor was kind of helping him with it. And the professor was telling him, you'll reach a certain zone. I forgot what the zone was called while you're working on this thing. And any point after that zone, if you keep working on it, you're just messing things up. And that can relate to a lot of other things. I'm sure you can relate it to acting. The more you kind of start tweaking things or messing with things, or let's say you're painting something and you keep adding colors, it's eventually just going to be a muddy mess. So you have to know when to stop. You have to know when it's going to be the best that it can be, really.
I get that. And I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what Michael's process is with the overthinking. Like, how does he deal with that with writing and see what parallels?
I was actually just thinking that it is very similar. And sometimes you do just have to just power through it and just let it. For me, for like a first draft, for instance, you just got to go and just have the finished product and then go back and you can make changes later.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how you don't overthink it too much, because you can always go back later. Because the only person that's going to, in my opinion, when I do this for my first drafts, it's the only person that I want to see it is me.
That's interesting.
And on the first run.
Because I find it a little different with acting, and it varies.
How so?
Well, sometimes you can, and this is not all the time, but you'll read through it on your own a few times, and you're like, I feel really connected to this emotionally. Let's say you're doing a self-tape, and you're like, let me just do a take. Boom, the take has everything in it. It's like all there. It happens It's like, cool. I'm just going to leave it. One take. Awesome. And I've booked jobs like that.
Yeah.
From one take, and just I felt really emotionally connected. It was just in the zone. It worked out. Then other self-tapes that I've had to really work on it. I've done like 20, 25, 30 takes.
Yeah.
And sometimes the 30th take is the one that works. Sometimes it's the 10th take.
Yeah.
So I have to be a good judge and be very in tune and aware with myself with, okay, what's working best for here? Now, you can't do that really with painting. I feel like with painting, it's kind of just there. That's it. Once you put that brush stroke, that's permanent.
Yeah.
You can't change it. If you want to change something, usually you have to start all over, especially if you have like a whole thing.
Well, didn't like Van Gogh, like that's why he did like he painted the way that he did, because like if he did mess up, he would able to be like able to
Interesting.
fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that.
No, but it makes sense. It makes sense,
Especially.
especially if you couldn't afford supplies. You don't want to keep messing up, right?
Yeah.
So, and then with writing, I feel like it's more similar with acting, and there is stuff with music, you know, like it's easier to take away things. And, or like, okay, you know what, I worked too much. Let me go back to this raw skeleton of what this song was originally, because I've messed with it so much, I need to go back to what it was originally. So I feel like what Daniel said, I think that's totally helpful, but you have to know when to apply that.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
you have people, and I've experienced this doing Shakespeare. You'll do the same, you've been practicing for months, and then you're doing the show for another month, and then all of a sudden, the last night of the show, you're like, oh, that scene makes so much more sense to me. Now I get it. Or after I got done doing Hamlet, it was like weeks after the show, and it hit me how to do one scene that wasn't hitting right.
Wow.
So you have to, it just depends on the project.
Do you think, because I was also going to say, sometimes I get fatigued from listening to a mix over and over and tweaking and working on this one thing, that I just need to step back for the rest of the day, not listen to it at all, forget about it, in fact, and then come back at it with fresh ears.
Yes, I think though for me with time as an actor, I don't know what it is, but I could work that. It just depends on the scene. Again, depends on what we're working on.
Right.
I can work that scene for 5 hours, and I'd be like, cool, let's do it again. Let's see what else we can find. It just depends what we're working on. If I'm doing a monologue like the ones I did for the people, dude, I'll run that thing to the ground, so that the next day it's so in my bones, and then the next day it's even more in my bones. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just finding new things, and I'm going, okay, I already know how to get into the groove of this,
Yeah. It's interesting, the differences between the two.
and similarities. But
similarities, yeah.
sometimes you can hit a monologue right off the cuff. But I think it comes with experience, because a brand new actor, I think that would really struggle with. I think it comes with years of experience and how far are you progressing, talent and craft wise.
Yeah.
What do you think, Michael?
I mean, yeah. I do the same thing with writing too.
Yeah.
I think like what you were saying earlier, in that you get critiques from all these different people. I think what you have to do is take the right ones and apply it, because ultimately it's up to you. So like you could have 10 different people, producers, agents, writer, or other writers, telling you what they're looking for and what they want, but you have to take the good criticisms from that and apply it in the way that works for you.
Yeah.
And that's what I've found for myself.
Yeah.
Same thing with like when you say stepping back. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
I take breaks between drafts of like different projects. So right now I'm planning to go back to a script that I wrote like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I will be going back to one of my other scripts, Founding Fathers, soon, because I have some ideas that I want to apply. But it's about getting that perspective,
For sure.
stepping away from it to like let it breathe, and then you can come back.
Very interesting how there's similarities and differences. Peyton, when you're an actor as well, just so people know, but you also have your own YouTube channel, which is pretty successful. Do you find that there is similarities in the editing process whenever you're editing your videos for the stuff that you do?
Yeah, in a way, I am so hard on myself. when it comes to my YouTube videos. There are so many videos I have finished editing them and I go, I'm not uploading this. Like I don't feel like uploading this anymore. I usually have to finish editing it within the week, or while it's still like, oh, this is a good idea for a video. Because if I put it off long enough, I'll start thinking about it and I'm like, no, that's not a good idea for a video. I shouldn't do that. So I don't like rush my content at all. But I find while I still have an idea fresh in my head, I have to act on that right away, get it going. Because if I do what you guys say for like writing and music, if I take a step back and I take a breather for it, I'm going to start second guessing myself. I'm my worst critic. It's so bad.
I think that, that deals with a lot of artists. That problem is the confidence issue.
Yeah.
And I think that just takes practice. And where that confidence comes from is trusting that I've been practicing this over and over. I've been doing this long enough where now I can be a very good judge of what's good and what's not good.
Right.
And as a musical artist, as a writer, eventually you get to that point where I'm good. I know that. I've been practicing long enough where I know I'm good. Now I can really determine whether I'm just being insecure or if this really isn't that good. And I think a lot of beginning actors and, artists struggle with that deeply. I was just telling William, we had a really personal conversation months ago. Kill the inner voice. Joe Rogan calls it killing the inner bitch. And before all the people on the social media and the Twitter and the YouTube comments going, oh, he said bitch, he hates women or something like that. No, actually, it's not that. It's this nagging voice.
Yeah.
Nagging, something like a nagging thing in you. So kill that voice that's nagging you, that's putting insecurities in your ear, saying, is that video good enough? Oh, this writing's not so good. Oh, this sounds horrible. What are you doing? Are you an artist? Are you really even good? Maybe you're not good. That voice doesn't get a say anymore. Like visually, I told William, you have to visualize you kicking that voice, kicking that little imp creature, like little dark imp creature off a cliff, and it falls into the abyss. And you're like, cool, that doesn't get to talk anymore. Every time it tries to crawl up that hill, that cliffside, and it starts saying those things, you kick it back down and you say, no, you don't get a voice. I'm practicing today and it's going to be good. It might not be perfect, but I can make it good. Because I think deep down inside, we all have a really clear judge of what is good and what's not good.
I like that.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We're going to talk some more about life, current events, and all the good stuff in between. You guys suffer from anxiety, depression, relationship issues, anxiety, self-esteem issues. Did I mention anxiety?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. Wesam's World has partnered with BetterHelp to provide you with professional counseling, making it accessible, affordable, convenient, so that anyone who struggles with life challenges can get help anytime, anywhere, even on your tablet or smartphone or your computer. This is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. So after you sign up, they will match you to an available counselor who fits your objectives, preferences, and the types of issues that you are dealing with. Different counselors have different approaches and areas of focus, so it's important that they find the right person who can achieve the best results for you.
For you.
It's catered for your specific problems, which I think is amazing.
It's amazing.
If you start the process and you feel that your counselor isn't a good fit for you, you know what they do?
You can switch
Boom, done. You can switch counselors.
immediately.
There's literally no excuse to do this. BetterHelp offers access to licensed, trained, experienced, and accredited professionals. So you're not going to get Joe Schmo off the streets who's doing tarot cards or aura readings. These are real professionals who have trained in their field, have had real life experience, and are licensed by professional board members, which I think is super important nowadays.
Absolutely.
You can start communicating with these counselors, therapists, psychologists in under 24 hours. And there is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's counselor network, which is sometimes not locally available in many areas, especially if you're like in a small town,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And if you're in a small town, usually those prices go way up. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor, and you can get counseling in 4 ways. You can exchange messages, you can chat live, you can speak over the phone, and you can even do video conferencing. It's incredible. It's more affordable, like I said, than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. And guess what? We just made it even more financially viable for you. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com, that's HELP/Wesam, and you get 10% off your first month. Boom. That's betterhelp.com/Wesam. betterhelp.com/Wesam. 10% off your first month. You get the help you need. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Nobody cares about you, William. Anyway. All right, guys.
What were we talking about?
Well, actually, I just remembered something I told William. And, for people watching, they might think that, oh my gosh, you're so mean to your brother. And what do you have to say to them, William? William?
Like we rehearsed.
He hits me.
William? No. I poke holes in your armor to
Yes.
make you stronger.
And that's
I'm an
I think-
angel.
I think everybody needs that.
Look at me. I'm
I
the
think-
best older
I
brother
think
you
it
could
can
ask
be
for.
dangerous.
I was talking. Oops.
I think it can be
Oops.
dangerous
I was
if you
talking.
surround yourself with people who don't
Unbelievable.
keep you in check. Actually.
Unbelievable.
Because that's how you
literally
get people like
the rudest
who do you
person
think-
ever.
Who do you? Oh, are you saying? Oh, go ahead.
Michael, what's some current events for us?
Well, because Hurricane Dorian is closing.
It's okay, Michael.
Where is it?
It's okay. It's Michael. Don't cry. People will be okay. This happens every year, and it's their fault for moving back there. Okay, it's their fault for knowingly living in that area.
The Gulf? Is that where?
Are you out of your damn mind? Florida, bro.
Yeah, the Gulf.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so angry now.
Hurricanes happen in other parts of the world
It's
too.
directly east of Florida in the Bahamas. Any other questions, sir? Jesus
There he goes
Christ.
poking holes again.
Well, anyway, my question was going to be which would you guys rather experience?
Okay.
Earthquake, tornado, or a hurricane?
All right. What scale are we talking about on these bad boys?
Worst of the worst.
Yeah, let's go worst of the worst.
Okay, great.
F5.
F5 tornado, or a
Category
Category 5 hurricane, or a 9.0 earthquake.
Yeah.
Wow, that is actually a really good question. Now, I've got to ask you another question before I can answer this question. Is that okay?
Sure.
Where am I?
Inside or outside?
Yeah, am I in my home? Am I out in a field? Am I at the mall? Because all these are very critical.
Those are very critical, but let's say you're at home. At home.
At home. Great question. You know what? I would have to go with the hurricane.
Really?
Yeah. With the hurricane. The hurricane. I just answered it. Because those hurricanes seem to do a very broad amount of damage. Now, if the F5 tornado were to hit directly on our apartment, we're
dead.
gone. We're gone. But the hurricane can pass on our apartment. We might have broken windows. The roof might be torn off a little bit, but we'll still be there. Does that make sense? I feel like tornadoes are more concentrated in their powers. Now, earthquake, forget about it. 9.0, we all dead. I'm not going to be in a building. I hope I'm not in a building when a 9.0 hits. I want to be out in the field so I can feel everything jingle and I can hear everybody screaming in the distance. That's my answer. What's your answer, William? And remember, we're on the radio, so we hate dead air.
Tornado.
Tornado. Ooh, why?
Because if I go, I go. But if I don't, I don't know.
Look at that mindset.
I don't know.
You're just assuming you're gonna die.
No, I don't know. It really depends where you are, for sure. That's hard. Earthquake.
just said
I'd go with
apartment.
earthquake.
You're dead. You
You don't
chose
know
the word. I do. I do. A 9.0 earthquake in our
I
apartment.
chose a hurricane.
Yeah, you can definitely survive that better than an earthquake. Peyton, what do you think?
I think I'd have to go tornado.
Okay.
Just because, I've seen them before. They're a common thing. But I don't know. Because of what happened in Oklahoma a couple months ago, that was freaky.
Was it in Moore again?
Do what?
Was it in Moore again?
There was one in Tulsa.
Oh, wow.
A couple months ago, and it was just back-to-back tornadoes, and I was on the phone with like my old roommates, and they're like in the bathtub. It started flooding. River Spirit, living up to its name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you?
Stuff, so.
Fun fact: when it was flooded in Tulsa because of all those storms, the mayor had to go and make it like a public announcement saying, "Hey, don't let your kids swim in the flooded waters."
Oh, my
Right.
God.
What are you doing? Don't swim in the flooded waters. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, no, let them swim because we're culling the herd. That's what we're doing.
Natural. So.
But the way
Natural selection,
Yes.
Peyton.
Yes, I agree. He considered it a state of emergency.
Yeah.
He told people to leave, and that's what made me debate tornado. Because I've never experienced it to that scale, but
Yeah.
I'm still gonna have to stick with tornado.
Okay, fair. What about you?
I think hurricane,
Hurricane.
because you have advance warning of it coming.
Yes.
Significant advance warning. Tornadoes, you have maybe.
Changing my answer. Hurricane.
No, you did. You did earthquake. Yeah, you're dead.
Okay, I'm dead.
Mom's crying.
So sad.
Mom's crying.
But it just makes sense because you have the most advanced warning for a hurricane.
Thank you.
Like your home's probably going to get destroyed, but you're going to be alive.
Exactly.
You don't know with a tornado
No.
or an earthquake for that matter.
No.
I
You
hate
learn.
water.
You learn.
Okay, I learned.
What?
I hate water so much.
Die in an earthquake.
Did you see that?
Can that be a shirt, or will people get really upset?
Yeah.
It just says "die in an earthquake."
Yeah, that's not tasteful.
Is it?
Apparently in Florida, surprise, surprise, they were telling people not to fire their guns into the hurricane.
Dude. Yeah. Do it. No. If you live in Florida, do it.
Have you seen the thing that if we all point our fans in the direction of the hurricane,
That's
it'll
funny.
blow it the other direction?
It's really funny.
We haven't talked about this. This popped into my head. The whole Area 51 raid.
Oh my god.
Do you know about this?
Yep.
When is this supposed to happen?
September or
Soon.
something.
It's this month, yeah.
I have a feeling there is going to be a good number of people will make a road trip out of this, and it will end up being a party just outside of the
Yeah.
barrier. No one's gonna really do it.
It's on the 20th, and it's probably going to be what the Fire Festival wishes it was.
Oh, that.
Which, did you see those documentaries?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Both of them were fantastic.
Unbelievable. What a scam artist. The thing about that, if you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. The one on Netflix, I think, is the best one, where the guy was about to
It's a good one, yeah.
get one of the employees was about to give a blowjob so they can get a bunch of water back from the customs.
Well, the thing is, one of them was actually co-produced with Fuck Jerry, those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that was the Netflix one. I think the Hulu one is the more
Behind the scenes.
not behind the scenes. The Hulu one takes a bit more of a look at the fact or the way that Fuck Jerry and them how they helped promote it.
Oh,
And
interesting.
the role that they played.
Okay, I'm talking about the Netflix one.
But
And
yeah, that
I-
was hilarious.
Well, a character kind of study moment that I found in that one, which was really interesting to me, was when things were really starting to turn south, and people were trying to find what was his name, Seth? No, what's his name? The guy's
Billy
Billy
something?
McFarlane.
McFarlane?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And whenever they would find him, they would be like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh no, it'll work out. It'll work out. Trust me." And it's like they believed him so much because things were going so bad, and he was so calm about it that they're like, "Maybe it will work out." When there was no chance of any of it working out, he would just consistently lie and then consistently not be found. He's like, "Oh, he took the ATV to the beach." He was still trying to live this.
Even
this
after
life.
he was caught and back in the States and about to go to court, he was doing another scam for something else too.
Yes.
It's like, hey guy, this is just self-sabotage now.
And you know what? I think people like that, they know that they're in the shit so bad that they're like, well, I can either freak out and cry or like cancel everything and face this head on, or honestly, I can actually just keep doing what I'm doing, ride this thing out until I have to go, and then just whenever I can find an opportunity to keep doing what I'm doing. They'll never face their problems. And so they always keep pushing the boundary. And I feel like part of them wants to get in so much trouble and is like begging for this hell ride to stop. I mean, we just talked about something we can't talk about on air,
For sure.
about somebody who's doing stuff. This is the worst thing to say on air, by the way. It's someone who's continuously doing something so illegal, begging to be caught.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not
it's a
going to
weird
mention any names,
psychological thing,
but
for
it's
sure.
like
Yeah.
someone you've worked with professionally
Yeah.
in the music industry. And oh my gosh, that's psychotic almost behavior. But it's not psychotic because when you really understand it, you're like, oh, they have no other choice but to do that. That's what they feel like, at least. And they're begging to be caught. It's nuts, dude. It's freaking nuts. I love it. Such good
Yeah.
character studies.
It is a good character study. It's very interesting psychologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since you guys have seen the Fire Festival documentary, when do you think you would have jumped ship if you worked for this dude? I'll tell you when I would have jumped
Are you
ship.
talking about during the festival or like before
Oh no,
kicked off?
when they were in the process of like
Okay, so the process.
the process of it.
Okay.
I'll tell you where I would have jumped ship. Whenever they were like, so he actually doesn't own, like we don't have access to this island or anything, and we
Yeah.
have no access. We have to actually put it here, but our business plans say that we can't do anything. But he's still saying we could plant it here, but we can't. And I'd be like, oh well, I'm out. Well, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Well, the time that he had to put all that together didn't make sense. Something like 5 or 6 months. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
The whole thing.
Yeah.
the
I
whole
think when he
thing.
came back with the 5 or 6 months, I think I would have probably jumped ship.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, I've helped put on like little things that take months to prepare. And you're trying to do this? I don't know, man. And then, I don't know, it felt like the more and more things went wrong, the more and more people were like, all right, we got to dive deeper into this. It's like, whoa. No. We gotta stop.
Jump ship.
Yeah. Give people their money back. Don't put it on. Apologize. And in fact, tell them, you know what? Be honest about it. I bet you if he was honest from the get-go, it'd be like, you know what? We needed more time for a project this
Yeah.
big to make it the caliber that it needs to be. Mm-hmm. And that might have even been better marketing.
Yeah.
You never know. So if you just, I don't know.
No.
Facing your problem head on was something that he was not doing, I don't
No.
think.
I'll tell you the story. I jumped ship on a project, and it was one of those things where it's like, "Hi, I'm a red flag. Nice to meet you." And I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm out of here."
Right. Can you talk much about it? or-
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll talk about it now.
Yeah.
So my old web series that I used to do with my roommates, we were hired by this musical theater company to do these like 8 to 13 short videos for them to raise money for their Kickstarter page for their musical theater production company. So we were hired by them, and and you guys get 10% or something like that of the entire money raised.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
And so each video wanted to be released at a certain time, like a week after week.
A
after
weekly
week.
thing, okay.
Yeah, and they wanted each one to have come from a musical play. So like the first one, The Wizard of Oz, or the second one, like singing, or what it was called, the Sound of Music. The third one, Chicago. The fourth one, whatever. So each one had a theme, and within each one, we had to like promote the Kickstarter page and
Okay.
promote the musical theater company. We didn't have a lot of time, and it was one of those things where the guy was like, "Oh, we want this many, this many, this many," and I was looking at I remember we were talking about it, I'm like, dude, you know how many hours it's going to take to edit all this, and how much post-production, and you know how hard it is to work with green screen, and then like each script they want like at least 5 minutes to film, and then 5 minutes. You know how many days? You know how much money? You know how much props we need? We need like there's no way we can do it in this short amount of time. Finally, what made me jump ship is when we got one of the notes back at this like little meeting, and he goes, "Can we make this scene like mockumentary style, like The Office?" And we're all like, "What? May we ask why?" This is the musical, the guy who's in charge of this whole thing from the musical theater production company. And he goes, yeah, I know The Office is popular right now, so I figured we'd do it like The Office. I haven't seen it, but I just know it's popular, so can we do it like that? Oh, well, bye. I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah.
Sorry. I told him, sorry, guys, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't. Sorry.
Makes sense.
Imagine getting that note on something. Hey, can we make it like this? I've never seen that movie or that TV show, but let's make it like this.
Sounds like he was just ignorant
it's popular.
to how much work goes into
Yeah.
something like that, and who he was asking to do it.
Yeah, and he always used to shut down my ideas in a very non-professional way. Jonte knows about this because he was there. And a few years have passed. I'm on his email list for something he needs to raise money for, and he's asking me for money or something like that. I wrote him back this email. I was like, take me off your fucking email list. I'm not giving you any money. Are you out of your mind? He's like, well, just unsubscribe then. I'm like, no, you take me off. I'm not blocked. Bye. Dude, I was so angry. Don't like the guy.
Well,
This just escalated really
tell
quickly.
me how you really feel about it, though.
I know. Some people like that, I just like, bye.
It's hard when you're first starting too, because you get starting a bunch of stuff because you get excited about opportunities like that. Almost,
Yes,
when
you
hear
do.
about it, you know.
You do.
So just knowing your capabilities and what's feasible, what's not feasible, what's worth it, what's not worth it. That's important for sure.
Absolutely. Knowing the best thing I learned starting in high school, time management. That is the most crucial thing adults can learn, how to manage your time. And if you're not good at it and you're lazy, you are in for a bumpy ride, buddy. Extremely bumpy ride. You have to know it.
Yeah.
That was my stomach.
That was your stomach.
I think we heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We heard that. That was my stomach. I got so worked up about that. Even my stomach agrees with me. It's like, that's the quote for the show. Wesam's stomach. We're going to confuse the hell out of people with that quote. I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Wesam's stomach, just in parentheses.
Time management is very important. I think what we talked about the other day, setting deadlines for yourself, is also important if you're trying to better yourself in a certain way, or if you're trying to,
Hey,
release music.
I'm being real on the show,
For sure.
and I think you work better with deadlines.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
I agree.
I work better with deadlines too.
Because I'll get comfortable and think, I can just keep tweaking.
Yeah.
I can keep tweaking and doing this. And it's frustrating and fun at the same time. It's a weird thing. But it's important whenever you are an artist making something
Yes.
to make something, finish it, let it go. Move on to the next thing. Constantly keep creating, evolving. And I'm saying this out loud, but I'm mainly talking to myself when
That's
I
good.
say this.
I'm glad.
So, yeah. And
Dude, you are so lucky to have me as a brother.
I'm looking straight at the camera, by the way. Looking at the audience.
Dude, you are so lucky. Like,
I am lucky. I'm not going to say how lucky I am because I don't want to boost your ego too much.
nah, dude, just do it.
We all know it's just Wesam's world. We're living in it. That's a great name, by the way.
Exactly.
I wonder where you got that name.
It's Wesam's world, and you all are just living in it. Dude,
narcissistic.
Peyton's looking at his phone. Michael's like, It's a joke, guys. It's a joke.
No, but thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to come on and talk with you about these things, because talking about these things, it's not just, fun. It's helpful to me.
Dude, I'm telling you, I wish. I know I like the way my journey has gone so far, so I don't wish anything different. I hope other people listening to this gain a little bit of strength, a little bit of knowledge to help them out too.
That's what it's about. Keep yourself motivated and in check, and keep that fire.
You know how easy a to-do list is to do in the morning, of lists you have to do? Start with the things you can do right away. Usually I like to do the easiest stuff that I can just mark off.
Yeah. Just the act of marking something off feels good.
Absolutely. That's also one of the reasons why I like cleaning the house, keeping it clean. That's a victory for me. That's
Yeah.
something I have control over.
Small victories.
Small victory that builds.
Yes, I agree.
Dude, how much time we got left?
We got about 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Oh, we got good. Oh, Michael, any other current events, by the way? I was just, we went from like one current event to like,
This is kind of sad.
We went on a journey.
yeah, we did.
I just saw that Kevin Hart got in that accident.
Yeah, rest in peace.
No, he's okay.
Oh, he's okay? Oh, okay, sorry.
I think he has like some back injuries, but
He just
he's
has
alive.
some back injuries. He's alive.
But the car looked demolished, and so I just want a little message: drive safe, everyone out there, especially on Mulholland. It's very curvy. It's very dangerous to drive fast on that road.
I just gave some of our listeners a heart attack.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Sorry. I didn't know. I had wrong information. Blame it on Michael.
Drive safe. Make sure you always drive
Sorry,
safe.
Michael. I have to blame it on you. I am the face of the show.
So e-scooters are pulled from Miami streets to avoid scooter NATO during Hurricane Dorian.
Oh, because they'll. Oh, whoa.
Wow.
You know, I would never have even thought about that. That's a really interesting concern because it makes sense.
Wow. That would suck, though. One of those
Get
scooters.
hit in the face with one of those.
You're dead.
You died by scooter. How does that feel?
Not good.
Well,
Yeah.
feels like nothing after you're dead.
But then we'll get a Ouija board and we'll bring
And
you
then
back.
Yep.
We'll bring the scooters back.
Now will you do it with us?
Done.
Cool.
Good.
Deal.
Also, Donald Trump
Is the president? Did you hear that?
leaked. No, not leaked, but
he won.
He tweeted out a what probably should have been or what probably is a classified
Yeah.
photo.
Classic.
What?
Photo
Of what?
of a missile launch that happened in Iran or something that exploded.
It failed, yeah.
Yeah.
What now here's the issue with this. I read up on this. The thing that's supposed to be classified is
location?
we
Look
aren't
at how clear
detailed.
that is.
that's from space.
That's a satellite photo.
So that's the issue. We're not supposed to let people know how good our satellite images is. Why? So that they think, oh, if they're not that great, we can put stuff in the open. Now that they know that our satellite image quality is
defense
that
thing.
good, oh, dude, they're going to be hiding stuff a lot better.
Also, you can see the shadow of him taking the photo
Oh my gosh, you can.
and the flash.
Michael.
I'm not sure if I see that. What are you talking about?
Here's the
Do
phone.
you see that?
Or here's the phone. Here's
There's
the
his head on the
flash.
right side.
Here's his head.
There's the hand and everything. Yeah.
He doesn't even know how to take a screenshot.
Well, no, it's like an actual like photo that it like was part of like a classified briefing
Oh.
probably.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
did no one stop him?
Unbelievable.
Is that still on Twitter?
It's a little bit
Yeah.
weird.
That hasn't been taken down.
No,
Wow. Wow. Well,
still there.
Yikes.
my gosh.
It's funny that there's no like, there's a lot of checks and balances for like the government and whatever, but there's no check and balance for his Twitter. It's like you would think it would be going through someone, but no, it's just him, and it's almost hard to believe it's just him because of
I've
he types.
I've worked with someone like him before.
Mm.
My old boss at the LA Film School is basically Donald Trump. That's why I know like
What?
Are you talking like personality characteristics?
personality,
Okay.
characteristics, everything about him is basically Trump. And that's why I was like, oh, well, who was Don Jr. getting a call from an unknown number? And I was like, the only fucking asshole who ever called me from an unknown number was my old boss. Because he wanted people not to know that it was him, but everyone knew it was him
Because he's the only
because
one
he's the only one that calls from an unknown number.
Why does he do that?
He thinks he's being smart, or he's being like, it's a power move. He's all about like power moves and like he's the kind of asshole who would make people wait in the lobby for 15 minutes and then have them wait in our lobby for 15 minutes and then have them wait in the conference room for 15 minutes before he'd actually come out for the meeting.
Just because.
He thinks he's like the big deal maker, like power player. That's why again.
Wow,
Like
frustrating.
a lot of the like the meetings that like you would see like Nancy Pelosi sitting in the Oval Office talking to Donald Trump, and she's like, "Well, no, you can't do that." That was basically me all the time
Wow.
telling my boss, "Nope, you can't do that. Here's why you can't do that. That's why this is a
Unbelievable.
stupid idea."
Frustrating, man.
This is frustrating. There should be a reality TV show in the White House.
He would love that. He would love that.
Yeah, he
Probably, yeah.
More money for him.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Richard bin Laden.
Yes.
We're back. We're back here in the studio, and William had to go use the bathroom, but surprisingly, one of our past guests came through. He was walking by. He was actually banging on the window. Richard bin Laden, thanks for coming on, man.
What's up, man? I'm so glad to be back, man.
Yeah, we're happy to have you in the studio.
Oh my god, man. I was just playing a game of Bing Bong. Do you know this game, Bing Bong?
Yes, ping
I
pong.
hate this game. What a stupid game.
Why?
Keep the Bing, I just want the bong.
Okay. Okay. Well,
My
I
God,
get that.
By the way, do you know this guy, Jay?
No.
His name is Jay.
No.
I hate this guy, man.
Why? What did he do to you?
The other day, I got a ticket for jaywalking.
Oh, the worst. Yeah, that's the worst. Oh, I'm angry right now. Hey, I hope, I saw you walking, but did you drive here?
I drove my Lamborghini.
Okay.
Just kidding. Toyota.
Okay.
Go roll. Okay, next topic. Sex trafficking. What a shitty way to be late.
And we're off the air.
That's the clip. That's the clip we're going to use. That's the clip. Well,
You'll never know what you're gonna get with me, baby.
oh, I'm starting to like him.
I like you too, man. What a crazy studio, man.
It's pretty crazy.
When are we gonna get that Ouija board, man?
I'll do a Ouija board with Richard.
Oh my god, man. Did you see that demon, man? So crazy, man.
When William started doing Richard for the first time in the apartment, I hated it so much.
Hated him a lot. Yeah.
I got upset with him for real. I was like, you need to stop.
He made me not do it. Actually.
Yeah. I was like, you can do any other. Dude, you need to bring Caswick on here sometime.
I will not bring Kazakh.
Why not?
Is
that too much?
Kazakh treads some dangerous waters. Probably not appropriate for a lot of viewers.
I don't care.
Um,
I will do it next time.
yeah, next time.
Hey. Anyway, thanks for coming on the show, man. When do you think your new song will come out? Soon?
Yeah.
In a week?
I've got my friend helping me with a little cover. He's really good at graphic design.
Great.
And yeah, looking to release it by the end of this month.
Well, great, man. I
Not
hope
sooner,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to hear it. Get all the millions of followers you will get after people listen to it.
It's not about that. It's just about, affecting people in a positive way, whether it's one person or a million.
Nah, it's about the money.
Do you have a music page?
Just go to my Instagram, Keesh Music.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me there. That's where I'll be posting.
Great.
And yeah,
Thanks for coming on the show, brother.
thanks for having me.
And we'll carpool back to our apartment. Michael, play us out with that little ding-a-ling.
Sorry?
That came
What's going on here? What kind of
Hold on.
joint you running here?
Hold on. We're not playing it, the song music. Let me explain what I meant by that. Because that was borderline sexual harassment.
Play us out then.
What I said was, play us out with that little ding-a-ling. I meant it like, that ring-a-ling, that not your ding-a-ling, which
He's
I
in
have no
deep
clue
shit
how
now,
big-
man.
I can't believe that just happened. Honestly. Dude, I'm so glad This is not on the broadcast version.
Show us your dingaling, man. Come on. Do it. Do it now, man. I dare you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Thank you, Adobe. Oh, shit. Nice Guy Digital. Thank you to our all-new Patreon supporters. Thank you, Michael. Peyton. Steph. Thank you to you, the listener. Make sure you subscribe to us. Thank you, William. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, Keesh Music, for all the latest updates on the music. Always remember to listen, think, and then talk.